Your life feels like chaos. Your room's a mess, your goals are unclear, and you can't remember the last time you felt truly in control. Every night you promise yourself, tomorrow will be different. But tomorrow comes, and nothing changes. Here's the brutal truth. You're not going to magically wake up one day with your life figured out. But what if I told you there are 8 specific steps that could completely transform your situation in the next 30 days? I'm not talking about some motivational nonsense. These are practical, actionable steps that actually work. Let's get into it. Step 1, face the damage. The first step to getting your life together, stop lying to yourself. You can't fix what you won't acknowledge. Right now, grab a piece of paper, I'm serious, and write down every single area of your life that's falling apart. Your health? Write it down. Your finances? Write it down. Your relationships, your career, your living space? Write it all down. This isn't about beating yourself up. This is about getting brutally honest with yourself. Because here's what most people do. They avoid looking at the full picture. They focus on one small problem while ignoring the massive fire burning in the corner. When I finally did this exercise, my list was terrifying. I was 20 pounds overweight, had $3,000 in credit card debt, hadn't called my parents in 2 months, and my apartment looked like a crime scene. But you know what? The moment I wrote it all down, something shifted. Because once you see the full picture, your brain can actually start working on solutions. But as long as you're avoiding it, hiding from it, pretending it's not that bad, you're stuck. So write it down. Every single thing. Get it out of your head and onto paper. This is where change actually begins. Step 2, choose one thing. Now here's where most people screw up. They look at that list and try to fix everything at once. Don't do that. You're going to pick one thing from that list. Just one. The thing that, if you fixed it, would make the biggest difference to your life right now. Maybe it's your sleep schedule. Maybe it's your diet. Maybe it's that project you've been avoiding for months. Whatever it is, pick it. Circle it. This is your focus for the next 2 weeks. Not 2 months, not until you're perfect at it. 2 weeks of focused effort on one thing. Because here's what happens when you actually fix one thing. You prove to yourself that you're capable of change. You build momentum. You create a small win that gives you the confidence to tackle the next thing. When I started, I picked my living space. For 2 weeks, every single day, I spent 20 minutes cleaning and organizing. That's it. No gym, no career changes, just cleaning my apartment. By the end of those 2 weeks, I had a clean space. But more importantly, I had proof that I could commit to something and follow through. And that feeling? That's addictive. So pick one thing, not 8 things, one. Step 3, create a non-negotiable routine. Here's a truth that nobody wants to hear. Your life is a mess because you don't have systems. You're operating on motivation and willpower. And motivation, it runs out. Willpower, it's a limited resource that gets depleted every single day. You need a routine, a non-negotiable routine that happens every day, no matter what. Wake up at the same time every day. Yes, even weekends. Make your bed. Drink water. Take a shower. Whatever your morning routine is, it happens. No exceptions. No negotiations with yourself. The same goes for your evenings. What time do you stop looking at screens? When do you prepare for the next day? When do you go to bed? I know this sounds boring. I know it sounds restrictive. But here's the thing. Routine creates freedom. When the basic stuff is automatic, you have mental energy for the things that actually matter. My morning routine is simple. Wake up at 6 a.m., drink 16 ounces of water, make my bed, shower, and eat breakfast. That's it. Takes 45 minutes, happens every single day without thinking. And because I'm not wasting mental energy deciding whether to do these things, I have that energy for creative work, for solving problems, for actually moving my life forward. Your routine doesn't need to be complicated.
It just needs to be consistent.
Step 4. Cut the dead weight. Look around your life. Who's draining your energy? What habits are holding you back? What commitments are you keeping out of guilt rather than genuine desire? It's time to cut the dead weight. That friend who only calls when they need something? The job that makes you miserable? The subscription you never use? The social media app you scroll for hours? Getting your life together isn't just about adding good things. It's about removing the bad things that are taking up space. I had a friend. Well, I thought he was a friend. Every time we hung out, I left feeling worse about myself. He'd complain for hours, never take any action, and somehow make me feel guilty for trying to improve my life. It took me way too long to realize this person was dead weight. So I stopped reaching out. I stopped making plans. And you know what? My life got immediately better. The same goes for habits. I was spending 2 hours a day on Twitter, getting into arguments with strangers about nothing that mattered. I deleted the app, got 2 hours of my life back every single day. You can't build a new life while you're still carrying all the weight of your old one. So identify what needs to go and cut it. Be ruthless. Your future self will thank you. Step 5. Make your environment work for you. Your environment is either setting you up for success or setting you up for failure. There's no in between. If your desk is covered in junk, you're not going to work productively. If your fridge is full of junk food, you're not going to eat healthy. If your bedroom is where you work, watch TV, and eat, you're not going to sleep well. Your environment shapes your behavior more than your willpower ever will. So redesign your space. Make the things you want to do easy and the things you want to avoid hard. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow. Want to eat healthier? Prep your meals on Sunday and put them in clear containers at eye level in your fridge. Want to work out? Put your gym clothes next to your bed so they're the first thing you see in the morning. I used to keep my phone on my nightstand. Every morning, I'd wake up and immediately start scrolling. The day would begin with stress and comparison before I even got out of bed. So I moved my phone to the other side of the room. Now my alarm goes off, I have to get up to turn it off, and by the time I'm standing, I might as well start my day. Simple change, massive impact. Look at your space right now. Is it helping you or hurting you? Because if it's not actively supporting your goals, it's working against them. Step 6. Track your progress. Here's something nobody tells you about getting your life together. You need to see progress to stay motivated. And the problem is, progress is often invisible. You're not going to wake up one day and suddenly be a different person. Change happens slowly, in small increments that are easy to miss. That's why you need to track it. Whatever that one thing you picked earlier is, track it every single day. Put an X on a calendar, write in a journal, use an app, whatever works for you. The goal is to create a visual representation of your consistency. Because on the days when you don't feel motivated, when you're tired, when you want to quit, you can look at that chain of X's and see proof that you're making progress. I use a simple habit tracker. Every day I complete my morning routine, I mark it. Every day I work on my priority task, I mark it. Every day I go to bed on time, I mark it. Some days I miss. Life happens. But when I look at that tracker and see 26 out of 30 days completed, I'm not thinking about the 4 days I missed. I'm seeing the 26 days I showed up. That visual reminder is powerful. It turns invisible progress into something tangible. Step 7. Embrace the suck. Here's the part where I have to be honest with you. Getting your life together is going to suck at first. The first week of waking up early, brutal. The first time you say no to plans because you need to stick to your routine, uncomfortable. The first time you face all the things you've been avoiding, painful. But here's what nobody tells you. The suck is temporary. The regret of not starting is permanent. Every single person who has their life together went through this phase. They felt the discomfort. They wanted to quit. They had moments where they thought it wasn't worth it, but they pushed through anyway. And on the other side of that discomfort, freedom, control, peace of mind. I'm not going to lie to you and say it gets easier. It gets different. The challenges change, but the confidence you build from pushing through the hard parts, that stays with you forever. So, when you're in week 2 and you want to quit, when your brain is screaming at you to go back to your old ways, when it feels like too much effort for too little reward, remember this. You're exactly where you need to be. The discomfort means you're growing. The struggle means you're changing. Embrace it. Step 8. Repeat and level up. Remember that one thing you picked at the beginning? After 2 weeks of consistency, you're going to feel different. Not perfect, not done, just different. That's when you add the next thing. Maybe you fixed your sleep schedule. Now add exercise. Maybe you cleaned your space. Now tackle your finances. Maybe you got your mornings under control. Now work on your evenings. This is how you actually build a life you're proud of, not by trying to change everything at once, but by stacking small wins, one on top of the other, until you look around and barely recognize the person you've become. I started with a clean apartment, then I added a morning routine, then I added regular exercise, then I fixed my diet, then I started working on my career goals. Each thing built on the last. Each win gave me confidence for the next challenge. And now, 2 years later, my life is unrecognizable compared to where I started. But it didn't happen overnight. It happened one small step at a time. So here's what you're going to do. Take these 8 steps and actually implement them. Not tomorrow, not next week, today, right now. Pick one thing from your list, create your routine, cut the dead weight, fix your environment, track your progress, push through the discomfort, and then do it again. Your life isn't going to get better by accident, but it will get better by design. So start designing. You've got this.